What was the happiest moment of your life?
Okay, well, it was my 16th birthday dinner, and my grandparents walked in and gave me this card that told me in French that they were sending me to France over the summer. And, 4 or 5 months earlier, my parents had told me that I wouldn't be able to go. And, you can't act like, I can't believe you're not sending me to France, because, it's a lot of money. And, I understood why I couldn't go, and it was just kind of heartbreaking. So for, 4 or 5 months, I just kind of had to go along and be kind of disappointed, but, it's okay, I'll have other chances to travel the world. But on my 16th birthday, my grandparents walked in, and they announced that they were sending me to France. And that day, the day of my 16th birthday, my parents had taken me to go get my passport and, taken me to open up a bank account, and, I didn't think anything of it. I thought that was just, stuff that you did whenever you turned 16. So, at my birthday dinner, my grandparents announced it, and I, started bawling, because, at first I didn't believe it, and I was like, are you serious? You're not kidding with me. This is a bad joke if you're kidding with me, right? It was real, and they sent me, and I got to go on this amazing trip.
What was the saddest moment of your life?
Well, I guess death is always pretty sad.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first death that just really, touched me and really just made me kind of lose it for a minute was the death of my great-grandma. She was just kind of the glue that held everyone together, and we just lost her so suddenly, too. For me, I wasn't really in the loop because I was only, 12. Yeah, I was, 12. So whenever she died, it was, a huge shock to me. Because, I wasn't prepared for something like that to happen. Because every time I would see her, she would just seem so strong and healthy and just, at her peak. And she was 83 years old, but she always seemed like she would live another 100 years to me,
So how would you like to be remembered?
I guess when I think of that question, I kind of picture the day of my funeral, because you go to funerals and everyone talks about that person's life and shares funny stories about them. And on that day, I think I mainly want my family to just remember me as someone who always stood up for them and protected them and cared for them. And I want people to remember me as me instead of, if I grow to be 100 years old and I'm living off life support for 3 months, I don't want them to remember me as that person.
Do you have a love of your life?
I think my soulmate is my sister. She's probably the person that I love most in the world. She's the person that I love spending time with, and I would honestly take a bullet for, and I would do anything for her.